Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop of positivity. How is everybody? I was in a mood to come on camera because I'm getting ready to go create some culinary spark. I was just thinking of this and I wanted to talk about this card, this light seeker and light seers, and right now this wonderful time and availability of all this regeneration and inner strength and visionary kind of allowances that we are letting into our lives so we can be on our true path purpose. Because I know sometimes that gets waylaid with the question of how are we going to cover the cost of this, or should I just accept this job, or should I just accept this relationship because it's presented to me, when we know in our depth of our heart that we're not meant for that. We're not meant for that vibrational set point of that person or job. It's not something that we would find remarkable or something we've waited for or is fulfilling in our dreams or, in our wildest circumstances. That's what we'd be after, like corporate and or relationship where that kind of reciprocity and zest and brilliance and dazzle isn't there. You see somebody, you ever run into somebody like, my cosmic match in friendship has definitely always been Eleni, and when I see her, every time I walk into the room or her house or in her presence, it's like I'm bringing a big Christmas present with me. She's just excited to see me for who I am and my energy, and it is unconditional. And that kind of love is what we should all be seeking and accepting. And I feel like a lot of light seers, and I've been talking to some people about this, we do have some weird discrepancies when it comes to our engagement with other people, right? Like, I do not like to look in people's car windows when I'm driving because the majority of the faces I see, I'm not kidding, are like this. Like impatient, aggravated, and that energy as an empath, I start to feel it. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I, when I'm interacting with people, if they see me, just smile as big as I can and try to spread that light and that it's okay, because I know I've been in that thing. Somebody could be driving to a hospital, right? Somebody could be driving to a meeting that they're filled with stress or anxiety over. They could be going to a job they don't like, whatever it is. So I feel like there's so much like light working and light seeking out there right now, because we do see the world as a beautiful place with immeasurable resources and abundance and love and care and all of that. And true, I feel like it might be a little simpler for creatives to see this, because when we're in the mix of things, like when I'm making jewelry, I'm so excited, the color, the dazzle, the feel of the stones, all of that, I'm lost in my world of that, and I get a great reward from it. When I'm painting, when I'm doing reads, whatever it is. So I know creatives, and sometimes there's disappointment for actors and writers, and I like the way I said the word actors and writers, because a lot of times we can face at some level rejection, right? Usually our first piece or our first expression isn't like, oh, the whole world just opens its arms. It's like, give me more. You're so fabulous. We reach peaks and then we have valleys. And as a designer, sometimes people just love, and sometimes it's really weird. It'll be certain pieces that I make and they will just fly out and everybody loves it. And sometimes it's unexpected. It's a very simple thing. And sometimes I'll put hours and hours in this piece and think, oh, this is going to be gone in like within an hour, and I'll have it for months. And I think, well, maybe, and then I'll start like other people, maybe I'm doing this too much to my taste or whatever. Writers, everybody has this thing. But what we have to realize is follow your natural inclination to create whatever you want as a visionary, as a person too that feels the energy of reciprocity and balance, and and do we feel that at our work? Because I feel like how we make and earn our living is very congruent with how we spend and view money, right? If we make it, I'm very generous with money with family members and other people due to the fact that I know I feel abundant, and when I feel like that, money always comes back towards me, and it's very cyclical. And I know that I've had my days when hard-earned money is where you don't necessarily love what you're doing. You had to put a lot of effort And I remember some of the corporate work and at cafes I did that. I wouldn't buy myself certain things that cost over a certain amount because I would actually calculate the amount of hours I had to work and thought, oh my gosh, do you remember when you had to do this and carry that all over and sweat this out and the interruptions and all of that? And I would equate what I would want with hourly kind of wage, and it was a really weird way. And that's when I knew too, this is not a divine course for me. So these things will be made apparent, and as people that are ready to receive this information, it's sometimes difficult. We have choices to make, right? Do I want to really spend my time doing that? Do I really want to spend my time with this person that just they see the world through this lens of corruption and like correction? Have you ever been with that person that feels the need to correct everybody else in their speech and their outlook, that sort of thing? Like really assess that and be like, do I really want this? And do I really find this fulfilling? And if the answer is no, we put forth greater effort and awareness to meet with our kindreds and meet with people that have a happy philosophy and lens on life and optimism and all of that. Because I know people's moods can alter my mood only for a short duration, but it will if I'm with somebody and say you're in a coffee shop, right, and you're getting coffee and the person behind the counter is really dour and really, having a bad day, and they hardly make eye contact with you and they throw your change back at you. You feel differently with that interaction than somebody's like, hey, how are you doing? It's great to see you. Great weather we're having, just not like sickening positivity, but, like upbeat. And because they transfer that energy towards us, right? So when it is more high vibrational, we feel more high vibrational. So let's recognize that ability in us to transfer high vibrational energy onto the person next to us, our family. I'm constantly trying to do my meet and greet when the fellows come home from work with either something nice to eat or a kind word or a funny story or just something, and bring their vibrational up, let them know, leave your worries and cares at the door and feel happy and homey and cozy and all of that. And I feel like that's what light seekers do. They are on a journey to make the world and experiences more buoyant and fun, and it's very relatable, right? Going through hardships, but we don't want to keep regurgitating and reissuing that, because then that kind of opens the door. Let's complain together, and I feel like, how about let's look at the things that we love together and why we love them. And I think that's why a lot of artists really gel too, because we do hit these kind of like emotional highs when we create something that we love and we want to share it, and other creatives really get that. And I feel like, don't be afraid to just go out, even if it's something like half complete and you kind of, you want to get, you want to generate interest and you want to get, really super stoked about something. I feel like sharing that with like-minded people is really helpful. And there are so many light seekers out there right now. And like other people, we also hit, those peaks and valleys. And sometimes we can face disappointments that make us feel like life is a little bit more tenuous and hard, but we can shake it off pretty quick with the help of another person that lets us see it through a different lens. And that's a nice way to be as well. So you guys, that's your daily pop, love and light. I'm going to go upload.